Well, we got two projects today, Christy.
Yeah?
Both of them are kind of experiments.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we got to get the projects done, but the way I'm choosing to do it's where the experiment is. Right.
Okie dokie.
So we've got this old stump right in front of us here that was here when we moved here.
Yeah, you've been making me mow around it for a year and a half.
Yeah, and I've been putting it off because I always wanted to try something unique. It's probably, what, a 4 or 5 inch stump.
Yeah.
And there's a hump of dirt around it. I guess somebody put the hump there to put the tree on. I have no idea what kind of tree it was.
I don't know, but the hump is bizarre too.
Yeah, so we've got to get all this out of here for our new shed. The driveway is going to be here. Unfortunately, we're going to have to get rid of this oak tree too. We may not do that today. This is probably my favorite little tree on the property.
It's probably the best tree we have.
But just the way we're doing this, the driveway is going to have to be over here. A lot of people complained about the location of our new building. They just thought they could do it better. Well, we have septic issue back behind. The septic takes up all of our backyard. We don't really want a bunch of shed and stuff out in front of our house. So this seems to be about the right place. And a couple other comments said something about the distance from the other shed. I want to be able to drive the truck and trailer through this new shed and be able to turn around and come back out the driveway. So that's the plan for that. We measured that out in the yard. We took the big 28-foot trailer and made turns and everything. And
yeah, did a lot of calculations.
Yeah, it requires about 60 foot between the sheds. And that's pretty good anyway. Dad's always taught us that you want to keep your sheds a ways apart if you can, because you're going to want to end up moving equipment between the two, right? And
yeah, that makes sense.
You know, it works a lot better if you have some distance between them.
Our cats are going berserk.
Yep.
I guess it's time for us to work.
Yep, let's dig out that stump.
Awesome.
I've got the auto throttle turned off. One of the advantages of this over the auto throttle on the 2025R and then the one I had on my 1025R is that you can turn it off because it's electronic. One of the disadvantages I have is I can't see very well. In fact, I can't see at all.
You're under it. Sort of. I'm the stump.
Of course, I could see better if I moved the bucket over to the side. Problem is that puts quite a lot of strain on one of the loader arms. The tractor also tends to tip a lot more easily if you're prying only on one side.
You're moving it! There! You got under it. Well, that wasn't a problem.
Well, that was easy enough. It was a lot easier with that than it would have been with the loader bucket, right? If you don't have a backhoe, that's the intended purpose for this particular bucket. It'll allow you to dig a trench too. Really no problem to dig with it in our soil type. The only challenge is being able to see it. And we had an earlier video where we showed this on a 3046R. So you might go check that out. We'll put a card to it here. We'll put a link in the description if we can remember. A couple more things about this front hoe bucket and why I think it's a good design. It's shorter than most of these front buckets that you see. A lot of them are 2 or 3 feet long. And you know, for a big skid steer, that might work wonderful. For a compact tractor, when you get 3 feet away from the bucket, you've not got any strength left. We proved that in an episode where we were comparing shorter pallet forks with longer forks. You really don't have much strength when you get out there 3 feet or more, you know, from the hinge. It just, this little tractors doesn't have it. This one is from Artillian.com. It fits the Artillian pallet fork frame. You can see this is the same pallet fork frame we use for everything we do around here. It's lightweight, you can put it on. It's got these nice little, same connectors we use on the Artillian Grapple. You can get it at Artillian.com. 2020 has been a difficult year. At this point, I think we all could agree on that. Recently, one of our sponsors, Lube Shuttle, a long-term sponsor on this channel, reached out to us with several ideas on, well, how they could give back a little bit and just to try to show some joy and some goodwill in such a difficult time. So the first idea is to give away some grease guns. Now, we thought we would allow you folks to get in on the fun here and share the joy of giving. So you can nominate someone to get one of these Lube Shuttle guns. It can be either a pistol grip, the long handle style. It will come with one tube of the G200 EP grease. We've got an episode showing how the gun works, how it's different than a normal gun, no plunger. We've got another episode that shows the different types of grease and why you might want to choose one over the other. The G200 EP is a good general purpose grease without moly, so they're including that tube with the giveaway. So how does this work? You go to tractortimewithttim.com/Greaze2020, Greaze 2020. You input your information, your name, your address. You also input the name and address of the individual you'd like to see win the grease gun. Now there's going to be 20 of these given away, so there's a pretty good chance that your friend will actually get one. Additionally, you need to include a little bit of text as to why your friend deserves one of these Lube Shuttle grease guns. We'll choose the top 20 based on that text. So do a good job writing that up as to why they need one of these grease guns. Now, one way of viewing the 2020 hassles we've been going through is that they're just too much friction, right? We've had a lot of friction. Well, Lube Shuttle's here to solve that. Obviously, if we grease up 2020 a little bit, maybe it'll be better the rest of the way out. The second plan we came up with is a bigger than usual discount for yourself. Today's Tuesday, August 18th. For the next 30 days, until September 18th, we'll call that 30 days. Until September 18th, you can get free shipping on your Lube Shuttle, whatever you order from lube-shuttle.us/store. To get the free shipping, you need to use coupon code GREAZE2020, Greaze 2020. If you've watched our videos, you know that I often grease equipment, and everybody makes fun of me for that. But hey, greasing reduces friction, and that's what we're all about for 2020, right? Greaze 2020 until September 18th, 2020. After that, you can still use TTWT for 5% off. A large portion of the profits during this sale are going to be donated to local businesses by Lube Shuttle, by AET Systems, that's the name of the company. The donations are going to be anonymous, so it's not meant to toot anyone's horn. It's just a way to give back. That's really what this is all about. So that's it. Nominate your friend to receive a free Lube Shuttle grease gun and cartridge at tractortimewithttim.com/Greaze2020 and get your own grease gun or whatever you want, replacement grease, whatever. Free shipping, lube-shuttle.us/store. Coupon code GREAZE2020, you get free shipping. Hopefully 2020 will be smooth and silky for the rest of the year. It's probably at least 18 inches, maybe close to 2 feet. You know, we used this brush mulcher back on the tower project. We've still got more to do back there. We just decided to delay it for a while so we didn't do all the same thing over and over and over. While we were doing that, we found that it kind of worked as a stump grinder. So yeah, we do have a stump grinder, but we decided we would see if this brush mulcher would be able to cut this stump off. Yeah, it's not the right tool for the job, but hey, it's not too hot this morning and How are we getting along?
I think it's doing pretty good. The sawdust is finer than it is with our regular stump grinder.
Yeah, it is finer. That shows we're not cutting quite as much, but of course we're cutting all across the stump at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, it does take a bigger width.
I think it was working just a little bit better going backwards than going forwards, but I'm not sure that that should make a difference. I don't know. And I'm not totally sure whether going lower and just it taking longer to go across is better or not. What did you think?
I thought maybe when you raised it up and came back,
Just taking a little bit off
a
the
little
top
bit at a
each time.
time. I don't know.
I'm going to try a little bit further with it down just a little more,
Okay.
because I've got bigger shavings back here. I think maybe you're right.
I think you killed it. You got a lot of sawdust back here. That's a blower.
This is working. It's working pretty fast, actually.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It doesn't seem like it, of course, because we're taking the whole width at one time. But it's working pretty fast.
Yeah. That's really cool looking.
You ready for more?
Oh, sure.
Or should we put the 1P24 on and finish it up?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know how, we're going to cut it down lower, but I don't know if we really want to cut it below the ground. We're going to put rock on it anyway.
Right. But if we don't cut it pretty low, it's going to sprout.
We don't want it to stick up.
Right now it's still above.
Oh yeah, it's still above ground level. As we got lower here, Christy, and I'm into the dirt, I think maybe we need to get the 1P24.
Okay.
This was a fun experiment. I wanted to see if it would cut it off,
Yeah.
and it will. I mean, it took a few minutes, but it probably didn't take any longer, maybe even less time than it would have with the 1P24.
I don't think so, because with the 1P24, you'd have had to done it in like 3 sections.
Yeah.
So.
But of course, it's a more expensive device. This is not what this device is meant for. It's meant for
Right.
the 2, 3, I would say even 4-inch hardwoods, and I was able to do 6 or 7-inch cedars with it, as you've seen in those videos. But we just thought we'd experiment with it and see what else it would do.
If you had a need for this and you didn't have a stump grinder, you could use this.
To get it to ground level,
Yeah.
But I noticed that I'm having a harder time pulling it now with the dirt. And
Okay.
when I was up higher on the stump, I could kind of back out a little bit and the tractor could recover.
Sure.
But now that I'm down in the dirt, the tractor doesn't recover as much because it's got all that dirt to move as well. So
Right.
it's getting a little bit harder, but it is about ground level here. If you were just out in the field somewhere, you could easily mow over this with a brush hog.
Right. And we don't want to dig this out with the backhoe because we don't want a big hole.
Yeah, we don't want a bunch of loose dirt right here. This is going to be
Right.
about the wall of our shed, somewhere right in here.
The front wall?
The front wall.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll measure it out for detail after we get some of this stuff done, but we wanted to get this down.
And this will have rock on it.
Yeah, we're going to get, I believe, what we around here we call 73s, the smaller road pack rock. What we spread the other day was 53s, and those have got the bigger ones on it.
Okay.
I think we'll get 73s. That was Tom's recommendation. We'll put all of this rock on all this to be essentially the shed floor. That thing blows more hot air than a politician. The parts that you can see now are the parts that are all dirty.
Yeah.
Let me have that thing.
Woman?
I didn't say that.
That's what it sounded like.
Guys, you'll see that I've got, well, it's rear hydraulic solution number 2 on Johnny today. If you remember, I showed you what I call the poor man's solution, which was extension hoses from the front SCV or mid SCV back to the rear. Today I'm showing you a second solution. This solution is from Summit Hydraulics, summit-hydraulics.com/TTWT. You'll see this kit right there. It's actually a diverter solution. That's how I'm going to refer to it. They don't use the term diverter. I think they use the term multiplier, but I'm going to call it a diverter solution. It routes hoses from the mid SCV to the rear, and then it chooses one of 3 places for that hydraulic flow to go to. This one here routes them back to the front so you can lift the loader. And then the other 2 are rear SCVs to use however you want. I'm using them on my hydraulic top link. Summit-hydraulics.com. This is option 2. So I showed you the poor man's solution. This is the diverter or multiplier solution. I have a third that I'm working on. I think I like it better, but I like these as well, so check them out. See what we got there. Be interesting to see if you can blow that heavy black dirt.
Just a little right there, but it's pretty deep.
I'll get that right now while you got it exposed.
Okay.
That's definitely deep enough, isn't it?
There's some more right there.
That's pretty deep in the ground. But where are you pointing? Where are you pointing?
Right here.
Oh.
I mean, that's pretty deep.
It's pretty deep, isn't it?
Yeah. I did want to mention we knew there was no electrical or anything under here from previous 911 calls. Not 911. Previous 811 calls.
I wonder if we could get people to mark our utilities if we called 911.
I doubt it.
People call for all kinds of silly reasons, so.
Right, yeah.
No, but I don't think that's a good idea. Call 811 or use the online. We have an online service for ours.
Yeah.
I don't remember the URL, but it's not hard to find. But our electric comes up alongside the property line, swings over in front of the house. We've had this all marked out, and we're all ready for this. We'll get it marked again before we dig those post holes.
Right.
Just to be sure.
Right.
Folks, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm ready for a cheeseburger.
I'm ready for air conditioning.
Yeah, air conditioning would be good. Air conditioning and a cheeseburger would be great together.
Yeah, that's
just like you and me.
Yeah, exactly. How sweet, I think.
Am I the cheeseburger or the air conditioner? I'm probably a cheeseburger.
I don't know, they're both good.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on
Tractor Time with Tim. Blow me off there with the blower.
Are you sure?
Well, no. Just
Turn around backwards, I'll blow your hat off. There's that air conditioning.
Yeah, that feels good, actually. Somehow I got all sawdusty.